Hey there, Heisters. Another month, another update. So you know how I, in these updates, spoil too much and then it's pure chaos in the company? So I'm trying to improve. So today I went to corporate bullshit generator and I'm trying to improve. So in this month, as part of our ongoing commitment to delivering the next generation gameplay synergies and maximizing community-driven engagement metrics, this update may potentially include tools of strategic conflict resolution.
Hey. Just release the fucking...
Yes, boss. One time I tried to be professional. So this weapon pack has a team, and the team is Sweden. I have my emotional support, Ham the Heister. You'll be seeing much more from this fella. When I joined Starbreeze, I got this book to understand my Swedish colleague better. It has a lot of gems. It says that bragging is generally not acceptable. I think it's okay to brag about awesome levels. Emil.
Yep. So we've been doing a rework of the Murky station. We improved the light, everything's a bit more colorful. We made the trains a bit more clear to find. Everything should stick out a bit more. Props and all has been rearranged a little bit. The objective flow in general has been simplified a lot. One new big thing is that we actually added loud to the level.
Woo!
So it's been many, over the years, there's been many people who have wanted it. If we would have gone loud in the original level, there would be a point of no return, a timer that started ticking, and you had to either wrap up the objectives or like loot the last remaining and escape within that time.
Okay.
But that has been removed. So we added a bunch of cop spawns. We also added loud music, so the soundtrack had to be reworked. We also had to look over the objectives and see how do they match with a loud version. So they're mostly the same, but there are some, since the layout was kind of built for stealth-only experiences, we didn't really feel that we could utilize, like, make it work everywhere, but there's some places that we modified more than others. Like, for example, the basement have added spawns and despawns for AIs, such as elevators, which they can come out from. And like in the bottom section of the level, there's these grills that are open that they can jump down to. Been very scary testing cloakers down here.
Oh yeah, can you imagine?
And then added some vents for drones to fly in. As normally, there's key cards, QR phones, and loot scattered around the basement. We also added a new body disposal unit for stealth. So you will see these orange toilets stashed around the level. So they kind of work the same way as the garbage dumpsters did in Branch Bank, but now we also have the toilets.
Nice.
So we will try and add more of these as we make more levels.
What fruit are Swedes famous for consuming most out of all the countries in Europe?
Äpple.
No,
Jordgubb.
no, it's banana.
We don't even grow bananas here.
That wasn't the question. The weird thing is they put it on pizza a lot.
That is heresy, though.
Yeah,
That is,
Ivan showed me that,
that is-
honestly. That's why I don't see that guy in these videos.
So we did change that to actually mask up now from the start. We do
Okay.
give you some hints on where you could go. We also added a little bit of more VO to kind of help you to, like, okay, you can look around a bit more and trying to ease you into the experience a bit more. So you can see now how, like, visually they have been improved.
When you need to extract during the helicopter scene, like that thing is so exciting.
Yeah, the extraction towards the end with helicopter is quite cool.
One interesting thing in this book is conversation ethique. It is not unusual that a conversation ends with one party just walking away without concluding comments when everything has been said. This is not considered rude or abnormal. I'm incredibly hyped to showcase this feature. This is something that we've been cooking for quite some time, and in honor of Swedish Weapon Pack, I learned some Swedish, so I'm gonna converse with my colleague in Swedish. Jimmy, du kan vara en kycklingmacka.
Jag föredrar smörgåstårta.
What does that mean?
I prefer our sandwich cake.
Sandwich cake?
Oh yeah, the best thing ever. And it reminds me of something I've been cooking. It's like 4 layers of pure awesomeness.
Let's put Hem the Heister here.
Hello, welcome. The first layer of awesomeness is of course our new primary. Our skogskrigare.
What does that mean?
Forest fighter. So here is our skogskrigare. We want to place it somewhere a little bit stronger than the Car 4.
Okay.
But not as strong as the KU-59. So it's right there in the middle, hitting that sweet spot. It's beautiful all-rounder for you.
While Jimmy is showing this, I want to test him on the Swedish knowledge while you're playing. Go, continue, please, please.
Well, of course.
How many meatballs are in köttbullar?
Well, I usually have 12 to 14, depending on how hungry I am.
Okay, but default number.
8.
Okay.
I'm a big guy, come on.
100% Swedish. How do you like this weapon? What's the best about it? Like,
Keep on burst firing and getting headshots. That's where it really hits the spot.
shall we go to the next layer of
Okay.
your weird cake?
Well, the next layer,
Yeah.
that's where we go in and show you the Russell, our first secondary that is actually scaling with your SMG skills in the game. So it's going to give you another dynamic as you play the game. It's a fast firing little guy, fairly quick reload, and has a lot of modability as well. Extremely fun to use, especially at short range. As you see, you barely have to ADS, you just go ham with. Let's move on to the next layer.
The third layer.
Yeah, the third layer. Of course, something new and explosive. Instead of going as primary and secondary, now we go into a throwable as well. It is a new hand grenade that is bouncing. So it's gonna jump up in your face just as the sweetness of a smörgåstårta, right? Get the studsgranat out and it bounces up in the air and then explodes.
Does it work with our perks?
Of course.
Time for our second Swedish question. What does ABBA stand for?
Agneta, Björn och Ben. It's the names of the people in the band. Now, let's move up to our top layer. And the top layer, you know, that's very personal.
Okay.
Because the top layer, sometimes people want ham on a smörgåstårta and they want one type of flavor, or
Okay.
they want to go with, you know, shrimp and salmon, right? So you want to pick
The
and
1%.
choose. Yeah, you want to pick and choose, right?
Okay.
To this, we have something versatile for you. You can pick and choose and do a bunch of fun things with. And that is our Karl Alfred. This, darling, is our new Overkill weapon. And it comes with the ability to choose what type of grenades you launch with it. By default, the first grenade you have is a regular explosive grenade. It's a lot of damage in a big area. Let's take a look at that. As you see, it wipes out the cops.
What's next, Jimmy?
With this update, actually comes quite a big change to the game. Previously, we have had the overskill system in the game where you could progressively earn XP toward your different overkill weapons. We are changing that. There has been some feedback overall. Players felt that, okay, I can just level it up one way and I don't have so much agency over my choice. And then all of a sudden, it's just a different weapon. What we've done instead is that we have reframed them now as perks. Every overkill weapon now has taken some of their overskills, got some changes and some tweaks. So if you go into your loadout, you can customize now your overkill weapon. And by doing so, you now have perks, or in this case, you also have ammo here for our new Karl Alfred. By default, you have just a regular explosive grenade. You also have smoke grenade that's gonna create a large smoke area. And through some of the perks on the weapon, you might be able to mark all of the enemies in that smoke and deal some more damage.
Nice.
This has then updated on all of the different overkill weapons. So please check it out and then give us your feedback.
You want feedback from fans?
Of course. We really want feedback on this. There's tweaks we can do.
Good.
And we are excited to hear what you think.
Nice. Have you fired any of these Swedish weapons?
Yes. The Karl Alfred
Okay.
and the Skogskrigare are some of the primary weapons I used during my years in the army.
Primary weapons.
So they've been quite inspired by my own personal experience.
Yeah, I've heard you had some feedback for our animators how to properly reload these things.
Yes.
So with us being true professionals, we have leaked this weapon on numerous occasions. I think I did it once or twice, so fuck it. Let's talk about it. Jimmy?
All right. So this weapon has been brewing for a while. It's been through many iterations, but now it's finally here. So the Sokas is a new LMG we're introducing to the game, and it is free. It's a burst fire baby. Or it's an LMG you can just keep on blasting, but if you control your bursts, you're gonna be able to destroy anything on the mid-distance in the game.
Even civilians. And again, this is free. I, as a weapon enthusiast, should I be looking forward to your work?
I mean, yes, I think you should. I don't know if you're supposed to be a weapon enthusiast. Maybe if you're a lumberjack?
Jimmy, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. So for this exciting feature, we wanted to talk to Daria about it, but she had the audacity to be sick. So we'll have her avatar here, but don't worry. We have Budget Daria here. Hello to you.
Hello.
Tobias is our franchise director and he'll hint at some, not hint actually, you'll show something cool. Tobias, here's Hamster, not Hamster, Ham the Heister.
We always hear that when we're doing collaborations, people want stuff in Payday 3 and possibly even Payday 2.
How dare they?
So when we did this collaboration with Krafton, being the heisters that we are, we heisted some stuff and put it into our own games here. The collaboration has been going on now for quite a while. It took about a year to make these heists from Payday 3 into Krafton, into PUBG. And it was just an amazing project to be working with them and really get a chance to boil down to what really makes Payday Payday. Yeah, it's been an amazing project for me and the team to go through and actually work with all these fundamentals of what makes our franchise what it is. Now that we have these items here in Payday, the obvious one would be the Lone Survivor. To get that suit into Payday 3 is just an amazing to be able to, as a heister, run around as with that iconic helmet.
Yeah, I agree.
At the same time, you're running around in PUBG with those iconic Payday masks, so having that exchange is just wonderful. And also as a Payday 2 heister, being able to have some of those iconic PUBG stuff, like the frying pan, in there as well, and there's a special little thing that you're gonna play around with. I'll let you guys figure that one out
Oh,
once
you're
it
being
drops.
serious.
Yes, I am.
I really love these collaborations, and I hope we get IKEA collaboration soon.
Is that a guidebook for Sweden?
Yeah,
the
I got
Bible.
Swedish?
When I moved here,
Oh shit.
I moved here. They gave me this, and like it literally says like one of the first things I've read. Swedes have emotions.
Whoa.
Book of Swedishness says it can take years before you get to know your colleagues on a personal level, if ever. It is essential to understand that this is also applies between Swedes. Your colleagues will be cautious not to intrude on your private life. So, what is your deepest fear ever?
Behind the scenes video, that's pretty scary. Glad we're not in one of those. Getting bullied on Reddit.
What is the first thing you animated on Payday 2 or 3?
I made the M340 grenade launcher for Payday 2.
Was it well received?
People had strong opinions.
Mr. Amir, what is
Oh.
your first thing?
Hello. From what I remember, was it the pickup animations?
What?
When we remake the.
You did like 3 animations.
Oh,
I don't
shit.
remember. It's like,
And then what else? I got so much shit for it on Reddit. I'm the skeleton. I'm the skeleton. Don't kill me.
How about you?
My first weapon is the Russell JV9 that's on screen right now.
Ooh, what a coincidence. Oh, nice. Whoever answers this is the best animator and will be made a lead animator. That's how we In what year did Stockholm held a rabbit hopping contest?
Kaninhoppning.
Clean hopping.
But what year?
At least before I was born.
That's like yesterday. You have all failed me.
What's the year then?
87.
19 or 18?
19.
Surprisingly late.
Late.
It would be nice to showcase how we also review these animations once you submit them. So we use this nice little tool, so when we need to check if there is clipping, and yesterday we did notice some clipping, we can just say, hey, fix it on this frame, and it is fixed. The reload that Jimmy had some input in, he already bragged that he fired from our beloved weapon. So, oh, this looks so good.
Beautiful.
Did you see this little weird movement of the thumb here, like
yeah.
caressing, weirdly erotical?
Jimmy asked for them.
Did he ask for it?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
of course.
sure.
Come on.
Oh, you guys are serious.
So this movement here is for Jimmy, and we shall end with that.
Fantastic.
Bye.
Bye.